places. We about to cut up. How you doing? I love you more. I love you. I know. Okay, we'll do this later. I know. Go on in, girl. Have a good time. Look, she brought me something. Woo. I'm gonna need a straw. It's live in the loft, y'all. That's just how we do. So y'all ready to say hello to the Feel Better players? Are you ready? Huh? Yeah. Come on, fellas. Say it's feel better. Feel better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel better Friday. Come meet the fellas, y'all. Hey. It's feel better. Feel better. Yeah. Feel better Friday. Check it out. That's Tim Steele on drums. That's Dan Cooper on guitar. And all the way over here, you got Chris Allen on percussion. And of course, my co-host on stage and off, Mr. Daryl L.A.Hunt on keys. Yeah. Y'all ready? You know it's better, it's feel better, feel better, yeah. Feel better Friday. Y'all give it up one time. Come on. Woo! The loft is full today, y'all. We're having a good time. How's everybody feeling? You all right? Make some feel better Friday. No down. Come on, hey. know it's a little hot in here. That's because I'm hot. But anyway, there's some, we call them the church fans. Y'all know, just distribute amongst yourselves, so I don't want anybody passing out on my watch. That's not cute on Feel Better Friday. It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. Everybody feeling good so far? I've never had a problem busting out of anything. I don't know what's going on today, but I'll tell you. Anyway, so listen, y'all. I'm gonna try to get through it. Are we set? Are we ready? You got me, babe? You got me?
I got you.
Okay. All right. So y'all are in for a special treat because this week's Feel Better Friday's guest is probably, is the most precious person to my life. She's the daughter of an HBCU president, Grand Basileus of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. And through the campuses of Virginia State, Voorhees College, Harvard University, and the University of South Carolina, she earned a master's degree in educational research, which eventually led to her moving to Washington, D.C., where she would embark on an outstanding record of service for the U.S. Department of Education. For many years. She also landed lead roles throughout high school and college and on stages and stage productions of The Sounds of Music, The King and I, South Pacific, and many others. Her journey covers territories of joy and pain, and her story will inspire those with the least of hope. Shedding light on alternative, holistic healing that helped her go from severe pain and disability. She's a poet, a singer, an entrepreneur, a jewelry designer. Today is her 70th birthday, and she's my mother. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Paula Potts.
Tell me it's time to go.
Feel Better Friday. You know, the show you executive produce. Right? You know, that old thing that we work on every day, every week, you know what I mean? Miss Paula Potts, y'all. Now, first of all, this is a very special episode. Very special episode. And it is so extra cool that we get to do what we do behind the scenes and now in front of the camera. Right, y'all? Right? I know y'all don't get to see this. And they're like, wait a minute, is this thing? That's right. Usually she's behind the camera keeping me going. Welcome, y'all. It's Feel Better Friday. Yeah. It is my mom's 70th birthday, and she is our special guest today. Welcome, Miss Paula Potts. Thank you. Yes. Now, as we say, the apple, the tree. You understand what I'm saying, right? In addition to being mother and daughter, we also are partners. We are the hands and brains that create every single piece of silverware. I'm gonna show you silverware. You know, thanks, shout out to my Aunt Camille my aunt taught my mother how to make jewelry. My mother taught me, and it's 20 years later, and we are doing the daggone thing with silverware. You better ask somebody. You know what I mean? All my life, you have been an educator and in the arts, dancing, singing, playing piano, performing, and teaching. You were my first dance teacher. Y'all didn't know that for real, right? You know, you would tear this floor up. You better ask somebody. Okay? And I don't mean just dancing. I mean ballet and tap and jazz and even African, all of that. And of course, the rest is history. I've been surrounded by music my whole life. My grandmother, my mother, so she is where I get it from. You know what I'm saying? She is where I get it from. So there's way too much to cover, right? There's way too much to talk about, But I gotta get to the point where the reason that there is a Feel Better Friday show is because there is a Feel Better Friday challenge. And the Feel Better Friday challenge was created by my mother. Now, you never know where things are gonna kind of come to be, but our sister cousin, Professor Angela Harris, invited us to be subjects of a case study she created for her business and graduate studies program, and she teaches, and at the time she taught that at Trinity College. Now she teaches a whole nother class for a whole nother, range of people. And we got to be the case studies at Trinity University. Shout out to Trinity. And this was for public relations campaigns. You remember all this, right? Absolutely. And event planning, and United Negro College Fund, PRSA, Leadership Conference. Doesn't that sound fabulous? And they had to study us, you know what I mean? And our businesses. And really, that kind of, because we were learning about branding, we were the subjects of their, of the class, but it taught us so much about branding and imaging and all the things that go along with it, which leads us to the Feel Better Challenge, Feel Better Friday. Yesterday When I Was Crazy, A Sacred Contract with Healing, her book. Just Paula, the poetry book. Silverware, Sylver Logan Sharp, the artist, and Paula, the practitioner. So we got a lot to cover in a little bit of time, so y'all keep me on time. But Mom, tell them a little bit about the Feel Better Challenge.
It's a natural follow-up to the conversation about Professor Harris, because the Feel Better Challenge actually started out as a marketing project. I had to go to a mall. I was going to be a stage sponsor at a wellness expo in a mall, and I had 20 minutes to speak. And I didn't want to read from my book. I thought that looked kind of silly in a mall, people walking.
There's a lady reading with a microphone in the
book over there. Something wrong with that, but anyway. So I immediately went into meditation once I signed on the dotted line and paid the money. And I said, okay, God, what do you want me to do with this, right? I got 20 minutes. I went into my treatment room where I do my meditation and my writing. I did all of my introductory spiritual.
Called on the queens and the goddesses and things. Y'all don't know nothing about that, y'all.
And right away it came in, Feel Better Challenge. 3 words just came right in, Feel Better Challenge. And I'm like, what is that, right? Right. And then the 5 components of the Feel Better Challenge came in, just like clockwork.
And so the 5 components of the Feel Better Challenge are
breathing, grounding, visualizing, listening to the heart, and shaking it off, letting it go.
Shaking it off.
That's all you need. Listen, that will save you so much money in therapy and prescriptions. I'm trying to tell you. And so
it was a 20-minute mini workshop,
right?
Okay, just for that purpose. And for some reason, it just expanded, and I got another marketing person on my staff. Because the one thing I didn't do as the publisher of the book was to have a marketing plan. I didn't have a marketing plan, so I had to hire a marketing staff. So to all the writers out there, you're supposed to do your marketing plan when you're writing the book, right? Well, I did not. So I got a marketing person afterwards, and she led me. She was the one who led me to this possibility. And then she said, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than a 20-minute workshop.
Right.
So I think you need to do a Blog Talk webinar. And then we did a whole 5-part series as a Blog Talk Radio webinar. And so it has grown now. And Sylver started doing the social media activities.
Which we learned in Professor's class.
Right? And she was working on it. One day I said, well, why don't you just call it Feel Better Friday? And let's put our brands together. Let's coalesce, our ideas, since we do work together in everything we do. And so Feel Better Friday was born out of the Feel Better Challenge.
Wow.
Ta-da! And there you have it. Who knew, right? You really never know sometimes how things are going to manifest. We weren't looking for it. It really was given.
Divinely given.
Divinely given. I love that. Divinely given. I love that. And so you also, with all of that, and I got to jump around a little bit. It's weird to interview your mother, because you kind of know. But I got to jump around a little bit because there were several stages that led to this part. And she wrote the memoir for about 9 years.
Yes, I was writing the book for 9 years before I found a publisher.
Yeah.
And editor, really, because I was looking for the right person. And I did, again, through a very quick series of divine intervention.
And then, I think the first thing you did was the poetry book.
Yes, actually, even as the thing that convinced me that I was really going to be a writer was the poetry. Started with the poetry. The poetry was my way of, again, answering God.
Right.
When God said, I want you to write, He gave me the poetry. And I started writing poems at the age of 57. And then in November of 2005, the poem, Yesterday When I Was Crazy, was given to me in a spiritual encounter. And I knew instantly that it was the title of the book. And so then
That would come 9 years later.
That would come. Well, no, then it was just a 10, yeah, what? 9 years?
Yeah, about 9 years later, right? Because you wrote the poetry book first.
In
Well,
2005, yes.
You've got to do a little poetry. We got to get it in. We got to get it in. We got to get it in. I know you have, right? We got to get it in, y'all. We got to get it in. And she's the first official spoken word diva on the show. Come on, y'all. Now, where did this one, what's this one called?
Okay, this is a poem called If I Don't.
If I Don't. And what inspired this?
It's a blues song.
Well,
And
come on,
it was
fellas.
inspired when Sylver and Daryl were in Sweden in 2012. And Sylver and I had talked on the phone, and she was having a rough day. And so I got off the phone.
You know, I still do it. I still do it. Don't act like y'all don't do it too.
So the subtitle to the poem is To Sylver, A Mother's Refrain.
Well, here we go. It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. Y'all ready? It's Feel Better Friday. Mother's in the house. This is If I Don't from her poetry book, live in the loft. It's Feel Better Friday. And we got a blues thing going on. And it's her birthday. Y'all make some noise! Hey! Come on now. You ready? Y'all can hear okay? Everything's good? Everything's good? All right.
Somebody no telling when. But somebody just might not tell you if I don't. Life is for living the best that you can. Don't be just a cutie and love a fool-hearted man, not that. Follow the passion of a sacred command. Don't be the last one who ran. Go ahead, girl, crack the band. 'Cause nobody might not tell if I don't. The world is so big, get yours. Let me have mine. Applies to all mankind. Then everyone will be fine. Put a toast with a little red wine and give thanks at the altar of divine. When the star is born, the light will shine. 'Cause somebody just might not tell if I don't. You might have pure gold in your hands, all dressed up for the master plan. Wouldn't that be grand? Someone please take a stand, reach for the promised land. You just might not get there if you don't. The way is clear, get in the flow. You know everything you need to know. Do your thing and have a great show. Give it a go, you lucky so-and-so. It's unreal, I know. But somebody just might not tell you if I don't. I'm having my say, so you can have a brighter day and have time to play. Whether life is sunny or gray, it will all be okay. 'Cause somebody just might not tell you if I don't. You might be on the midnight train, all the world with fortunes to gain, when none can explain why your brother acts like Cain. You might need a sister, your soul to sustain, to help you rejoice after the rain. From careless thoughts refrain, so all is not lost, and your spirit repels the pain. Life is a choice between the solid and the insane. Remember Calamity Jane, someone just might not say if I don't. Your soul's journey dominate. Allow the breath of life to facilitate endless candles on your celebration cake. Surrender to a higher state. Be flexible, but never too late. Know when to be in the mix and when to meditate. Receive all that is meant for you to incarnate. Bliss and joy forever radiate. Follow your dreams. Immortality is in your wake. Give your songs to the world, 'cause we just can't wait. Somebody just might not tell you if I don't. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Somebody just might not tell you, and you just might not. Miss Paula Potts, my mother, you better, and she had the nerve to turn 70 today.
You see what I'm saying? Give it up one more time, y'all.
Somebody just might not tell you about that.
Okay, I am mad at that. I am not mad at that. Oh my goodness. Wait. I know. Okay, I know. Can we do one more poem?
Okay.
One more poem? Everybody feeling just a little bit better, just a little? Did you feel better, Gauge? Go up just a little? I'm working on getting it to full, but is it almost half? Okay, so now this poem, I don't know. It's called Already Angry, right? Already Angry. I probably don't need to say nothing else. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You gotta do Already Angry because it's just one of those things that speaks to your soul in a different way. So I need the drummers in the room to give me some rumbling and some percussion. I need some Africanism going on. Yeah, come on. You got a little kick in there. Just a little Africanism. Just go for it, Chris. Go ahead. I need that tribal feeling. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. My shoulders get to moving and something carries on. I don't know what's going on. I'm supposed to be already angry, but something happened right here. We're Feel Better Friday, y'all. We're live in the loft. Miss Paula is the guest today. It's her 70th birthday. This is directly from her poetry book. It's called Already Angry.
I'm already angry, so I can't get mad at things that grind my nerves and take away my glad and really make me feel sad. I'm already angry for things in my past that crushed my soul and gave my heart a blast. Now I wear an indelible mask. I'm already angry, and who is to blame that I should be so lame? Who snared me in this ugly game? Tell me, get the root the name. I am already angry. So how do I proceed to let go of this haunting need, to understand why I had to bleed? What was the demon seed? Or better yet, what was the deed? I'm already angry at things I can't erase. So I must find another way to reach another place to feel safe in my space. I'm already angry. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna heal the mad away. I've surely had enough of fears and woes and terrible foes and eyes that lost their light, always ready for a fight or flight. No peaceful dreams through the night. I say I'm already angry. Can't pick another bone. Gonna stop right now. I don't want to live alone. So I'll forgive you if you'll forgive me and turn already angry into forever free.
Already Angry, y'all. Already Angry is we are live in the loft. It's Feel Better Friday. And that's my mom. Today's her birthday, and we are having a ball. Y'all having a good time? You weren't expecting this, were you? Y'all weren't expecting this, were you? I know. I should have placed bets. Trying to get into heaven, though, I swear. But I should have took a bet out on this one, man. I could have paid the rent next month. Cool with y'all. Y'all would have never guessed this one. Okay, well, there's a song, and I got to shout out to our church families in the house. We got St. George's Episcopal is in the house. CPC is in the house. I mean, it's just how we do. And I got to shout that out because our choir director, Pamela Alexander, who's in the house. Y'all know, I don't know if you know about Pamela Alexander. Just extraordinary. And Mom and Pam went to college together. You know what I mean? You just never know. You just never really know. And all these years later, after all that time, and then they sing at church together. You know what I'm saying? Praising the Lord. And they so churchy. They so churchy.
I'm sorry.
I know, it's almost Sabbath, honey. It's almost. It's okay. It's almost. It's gonna kick in a minute. It's gonna kick in. But when I talked about you doing musicals in high school and in college, and I know I only named 3, and you did tons of them and all of that. I was always at rehearsal, y'all, always. But I mean, after college and I actually got here, I was still in her rehearsals. And so you talk about there's a song that we have been trying to sing for years. And every time I do a show or a situation, it never seems to be the right time to do it. You know, not the right song or the right show or the right venue or the right audience or whatever. And so there's a little story behind it. The song is called One Little Candle, right?
Yes.
So tell the story.
Well, One Little Candle is a song that that has my first solo when I was an 8-year-old kid in elementary school. And every Christmas, we did a Christmas concert, and the closing number was One Little Candle. And I sang the closing 2 lines, me shaking, but I did it. And so it really became the message for my life. And so when you listen to the lyrics to this song, I sung this song my entire life. I sing this song for over 50 years. And it really shaped the message that I carried in my head about singing and music and what it was good for. It was good for the light. And so it helped me to carry the light throughout my life. It helped me to use music to heal myself. And it continues to do that. And as far as I'm concerned, it'll be there until I return home.
Amen. Amen. So, Feel Better Friday, LOFT, yes? One Little Candle.
When one is dark and dreary, and your ways hard to find, don't let your heart be weary. Just keep this thought in mind. One world, one candle.
with y'all. It's Feel Better Friday. We're live in the loft. Are you having a good time? Who's talking to me out there in Facebook world? Anybody talking to me? We got some good comments. Ain't nobody going. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Okay, I'm gonna keep it moving. So look, there's a really, really quick poem. Quick poem, right? I know. I can't help it. It's my mama. It's her birthday. I can do that today. Maybe not tomorrow, but I got to do it today. But this is the really short one, right? This is the one. This is the shortest of them all. And this is Daryl's favorite.
Yeah, it really supposed to be a resident.
All right, wait. Brace yourself. Everybody online, brace yourself. Y'all ain't ready for this one. You ready, Mom?
Just listen to it.
Just listen to it. Go ahead and go.
All right, the title is to give you a hint, is You Never Was. All right? Don't check the English, just get the message.
Right.
If you don't believe in yourself, then it doesn't matter if nobody else does. Because the me you're going to be is the somebody you never was.
And sing. Thank you very much. Hey, we ain't gonna charge you for that one. That's right. You're gonna take that. And so it is. Okay. If you know anything about me, you know that my mom is my life. I've always been the only child and that one parent. I'm one of those kids who always gave her a Father's Day card because in my life she was both and is both and always has been both, right? I'm just saying, she's, you know, I didn't turn out so bad. I'm special, but...
Yes.
Thank you.
But I mean special the other way, you know, like...
If you like it, then you should have put it on. Okay, that's why I married her. That's how you got married right there. So don't you start nothing, Tim. Don't you start. See. Okay, now,
right.
It's about to get serious, right? So, this is, you know, I took Gizmo. Y'all see my little nephew Gizmo running around, right? I took him to get his hair cut yesterday. Y'all know, if you know anything about me, you know I'm a dog mom, I'm an animal lover, an advocate, and all that good stuff. And so Gizmo's my little nephew. That's my hairstylist, dog. Shout out to Kiki, y'all, for rocking my dude. Wait, y'all can see the back. Look. I know. You can see it later. We'll post pictures. But anyway, so this is her little baby. And I took him to the groomers, and so I was saying, she said, how's your mother? I said, child, mother is fabulous, okay? Mother is turning 70 tomorrow. Mother is swimming in the pool. Mother just got back from Jamaica. Yeah. Mother has new love in her life. She said, wait a minute. Go back one.
Say child again. Go child. Do that again.
Chaw. Ain't that right, Sister Chaw? When I tell you her mouth hit the floor, I said she has new love in her life, a big old ring on her finger. Child, she ain't playing. Right. She said, and I quote, I remember when she couldn't get out of bed.
That's I love you.
That one got me. Come on, Phil. Woo! Years, y'all. I can't explain it. Her church members, Pamela Alexander, Lula Ray, Yvette Holt, they are her warriors. My girl Juanita Williams. When I tell you, her food is off the chain. Okay, that's not what we play at the church. Listen, they came to pick her up to bring her to choir rehearsal. They came back and forth to bring her to church as part of her therapy and her healing through music. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. For years, right? Little space heater by her chair. She has her own chair in the choir section, just so we're clear. But when she said that to me, it made me realize, you know, you really got to count each day like it's your last. There were days when we didn't know how it was going to happen. There were days when we didn't know. There were days she could not get out of bed. There were weeks she could not get out of bed. And this, thank you, God, is what it looks like now. You understand what I'm saying? This is what 70 is doing. But if that wasn't enough, new love. New love. New love can be like old money. You know what I'm saying? Woo, child! I'm still working on the old money part. I got long time love, but we working on the money thing. You understand? You know what I'm talking about. You got real good love. You got real good love. You got real good love. We all waiting on the money part, right? I know, but you know, it's not every day that you get new love in your life. At 70, at 50, at 30, it's just not every day that that happens. But it's one thing to get new love. It's a whole other thing. Woo. When he is as special a person, and he's just, I can't even say it. Y'all gonna make me run my makeup and do the ugly cry after Miss Nicole Steele has beat my face for the balcony. I'm not gonna cry. That's a big old tear that runs down my face, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I must introduce to you what I would call the love of my mother's life. One of the greatest men I have ever come to know and love and call him family. Put your hands together for one Edward Smith. We call him Mr. Eddie. Take your time, take your time. It's Feel Better Friday, y'all. Is it feeling better? Are you feeling better? You feeling better? Y'all, you gotta tune in. You gotta share this here. We're live in the LOFT. It's Feel Better Friday. It's Miss Paula and Mr. Eddie. Y'all give it up. Is this, look at this right here. Have you seen anything like this, y'all? It's Feel Better Friday. Out of all of the shows, and they've all been great. Shout out to all the artists that have come and the artists that are due to come. We've got some amazing people coming up. But none of them is more special. This one right here. This is my favorite and the most special thing ever. I love you guys so much.
Hold on, man, I didn't get him to hug.
I have one more quick surprise. Listen, I wanted to shout out everybody, right? And you know there's never enough time and on all that good stuff. I gotta shout out all the church families and friends. My crew is in the house, family, friends, Rita, Vicky, Susan, everybody, Jacques and Angela, the church crew, everybody is in the house and coming and going and doing their thing and getting here. And we thank you so much for tuning in and always watching and supporting. I have yet another surprise. Just one little quick one. I've been singing forever. And I was fortunate enough, after coming out of Duke Ellington and doing my thing, that if you know my story, then you know I came up through Gene Carnes School. I sang background with her for many, many years, and she led me to Deanna Williams, who then led me to Nile Rodgers and the late Bernard Edwards, and I became the lead singer of Chic for 20 years. Because Jean constantly handed her mic to me, introduced me to her audience, told them to watch out for me. She taught me things that I still do to this day. And now, the incomparable Jean Carn is here today, and I want you to come sing happy birthday tonight. This is Feel Better Friday, y'all. We're live in the loft. She's looking like a ray of sunshine. Woo! Miss Mama Jean, honey. Mama Jean is in the house. Y'all give it up. I'm just going to take this mic right here, right there. You know, we keep a Jean mic just in case. Just in case she shows up, you just got to have a Jean mic. Is it good for you? Is it all right? Is that all right?
Sounds good to me. Okay, is that better?
Yeah,
Little better?
All righty then.
I'm going to turn it over to you, Mama Jean. I'm a mess.
Well, I remember those days that Sylver was describing as well. And I'm so proud. Look at her. A specimen of God's grace.
Amen.
Truly, truly. And on your 70th, I'm loving it. You know I never heard you sing before. I have the poetry book, but I never heard you sing before. Is she fabulous? Is Paula fabulous? We got to do some duets. Let's do some duets.
It could happen. It could really happen.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But in the meantime, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, Paula, we love you. Oh, thank God. May the good Lord continue to bless you.
All right, y'all. You got to give it up for the one and only, the incomparable Miss Jean Carn, my other mama. Don't go, stay. You got to go tonight. This is how we do it, y'all. It's Feel Better Friday. We're live in the loft. It's Miss Paula's 70th birthday. Now everybody knows this song. Y'all got to come on and join on in. You ready? Here we go. One. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. Take the verse right here, y'all. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by. In the flock, just like birds of a feather. I want you to know that all the people around us, they say, can you be that close? Just let me stay for the record. We give you love in a family, y'all. Sing it, y'all. We are family. Hey, come on, say it to me, say. Is that Victoria and Susan in the house? Y'all come on over here, we're playing. Let's paint the room, Tony. Come on, where my singers at? Come on. Come on, Wig. Come on. Take that. Come on, watch you still 70. Come on. Living life is fun and we just begun to get our share of this world's delights. High hopes we had for the future and our goals inside. We don't